Hi there. First of all, excuse me for my attire. I've just come back from a bike ride with a mate of mine. Whilst on the bike ride, the friend of mine said to me that he's got a presentation coming up, and the presentation is to a school, to 500 children, teenage children, that he's going to have to go and speak to, and he's feeling a bit nervous. So if I was in his position, what could he do about his nerves, his anxiety, and the stresses that he's feeling? Now, to be honest, any public speaker going in to speak to 500 teenage children, we're going to feel a bit nervous. But the thing is, if we feel that nerves and we show those nerves, the kids aren't going to listen to anything that we say. The audience is just not going to be with us. In fact, if we feel the nerves and we show those nerves, the audience is also going to feel them, and the whole presentation is not going to be as good as he would like it. So, very, very simple technique. I just had to record this despite me looking like I look. What the heck? Hopefully this will be useful for you if you've got a presentation coming up and you're speaking to 500 children, or not. You're speaking to 10 adults and you're feeling nervous about it. This technique is foolproof. It works all the time. It's very, very simple and easy for you to implement. So here's how it works. Now, you'll notice if ever you feel fear, if a lion came into your room right now and you felt that fear, the first thing that we would do, if I was in the room with you, we would all go, and we would move our breath up to the top part of our chest. Now, anxiety and stresses, if you ever feel anxious and stressed, certainly in times of presentation, you'll notice that your breath will move up to the top part of your chest. We go, in fact, some presentations that you watch and some presenters, they'll be breathing very high up. In fact, they'll almost like they're short of breath, and they're trying to explain to you, but they're just really nervous, and there's no sort of pauses in their sentences because they're so short of breath. And I know I'm over exaggerating it, but that's what does happen for some people. And as soon as someone starts presenting like that, the audiences just lose it, and especially if you're dealing with teenagers, they're just not going to listen to anything that you've got to say. So here's what you do. Very simply, you simply move your breath down to the bottom of your belly. Now this is going to do two things. You've got to practice this a little bit. All I mean by that is you do what Heat magazine says never to do, and as you breathe in, you're going to push your belly out. Okay, so as you breathe in, you push your belly out. Now, the lower that you can get that breath, so the lower the bottom part of your belly that you can push out, the less anxious that you will feel. It's foolproof. It works every time. This will do two things for you, though. First of all, you will focus on your breathing. You will move your breathing down, and that will alleviate any anxieties or stresses or problems with your presentation. And the second thing it will do is it will slow your presentation down. You see, the quicker I speak and the more I sort of gasp for breath, the less credibility I gain from you. So what I need to do on occasion is I really need to slow everything down. Now, the slower I slow everything down, the more credibility I have. And because it takes longer for me to breathe in and then push my breath down into the bottom of my belly, the more credibility I gain. It takes longer for it to come back up. And you've noticed if you can speak while you're breathing in, then you're a genius, because no one can. We only speak on the out breath. So you focus on your breath in, it goes to the bottom of your belly, push that bottom of your belly out, and then when you speak, you breathe out, of course, and then you breathe in, and then you speak and you breathe out. So you can only speak on the outward breath, and it'll take longer for it to go to the bottom of your belly than up at the top of your chest, and you're gasping for breath almost. So focus on that breathing and simply move it as low as you possibly can. And I guarantee if you just do that, you will get rid of the anxiety, and for your audiences, you will come across with more credibility. Give it a go. It's nice and easy for you to implement.